Matt Gaetz yesterday said something, again, not sure if he was even supposed to share it with the public, but listen carefully to what Matt Gaetz told the podcast yesterday about the attacks and the attempts on Donald Trump's life.
And I'll break a little news for you. I had a senior official from the Department of Homeland Security in my office before the second assassination attempt saying that what he has assessed is that there are 5 known assassination teams in the United States, 3 inspired by other governments, 2 that are here that are known domestic assassination teams. And with that, this individual was coming to me concerned that the force protection around President Trump, even prior to that second assassination attempt, was not sufficient for what it needed to be. And the coordination at that level, at the dignitary protection level, is like the bare minimum that we have to do to keep our presidents, our presidential candidates safe while they're on the trail.
Okay, so Matt Gaetz is reporting that a senior intelligence official told him that there are 5 known, which means probably some are unknown, but there are 5 known assassination teams working to eliminate President Donald Trump. Is that not concerning to anybody? 5. I don't know how many assassination teams there are working in the United States at any one time, but 5 seems like a lot to me. If it's all the fingers on one hand, I think that's way too many. I'd say that's 5 too many. 3 of them are from foreign countries and foreign actors that wish harm to President Trump. 2 of them are locally grown. Also, keep in mind, 5 teams does not mean 5 people. They're teams. He's saying there's multiple individuals involved. And how many people are on an assassination team? I have no idea. Is it like basketball where it's like 5 on 5? So, all right, so 5, that's like 25 people. Or is it like football where you got a 53-man squad out there and they're all trying to get, tackle Donald Trump or sack him in the end zone or take him out of the game entirely? Well, how many people out there are running around whose sole purpose in life, whose sole job it is to assassinate the once president, the future president, and the current Republican candidate for president of the United States? And if there are 5 known teams that are currently attacking Donald Trump or seeking his death by any means necessary, I feel like that warrants a lot of, probably more security than anybody else in this country has currently in place. Clearly, are there even 5 assassination teams going after Joe Biden or Kamala Harris? Probably not. That to me was eye-opening. That was jaw-dropping. That to me was the craziest information that I've ever heard. And again, I don't know if Matt Gaetz was supposed to share that, but he did. Probably in an effort and in a hope that the security around Donald Trump would be beefed up. 5 assassination teams? That's a lot. That's a lot of assassination teams. I don't know typically how many there are, but again, that seems like quite a few. And this story is nowhere. I saw it nowhere. I checked all the headlines. They're all talking about Governor Robinson from North Carolina. They're all talking about Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey. They're all talking about this reporter who supposedly had an affair with RFK Jr. They're talking about everything but the one thing we should be talking about, which is who are these 5 teams of individuals, 3 of whom he said were from foreign countries. Okay, we know about Iran. That's probably one. We know Iran is trying to get rid of Donald Trump. They hate Donald Trump. They despise Donald Trump. They know that Donald Trump is going to bankrupt them the minute he becomes president again. They don't like Donald Trump. It would shock me if Iran wasn't trying to kill Donald Trump. Probably Ukraine. I mean, let's be honest. This guy, Ryan Wesley Ruth, had deep ties to Ukraine, like the deepest ties to Ukraine. He was over there. He was fighting for Ukraine. He made these videos. He met with dignitaries. He was on every major news network talking about Ukraine. He went out there and trained with soldiers and talked about how these young men, these 20-year-old soldiers, sold everything that they owned. And they went over there to fight the Russians, to help Ukrainian sovereignty, and they're the real heroes. And this guy just coincidentally winds up outside of Trump International Golf Course last week with a gun and a backpack full of tiles so he doesn't get shot and a GoPro camera. That's a coincidence to somebody? Who's the third one? Iran, probably. Ukraine, I would bet money on it. Who's the third one? Russia? China? Who could it be? And then who are these domestic? I mean, again, I have some thoughts about that as well. But those are just the known teams. And if there's 5 known teams, how many unknown teams are there? It's like they say with cockroaches. They always say if you see one cockroach, that means there's 100 behind the walls. If you see one cockroach, that means that there's a whole den of them behind the walls, just living and breeding and reproducing and all doing nasty cockroach stuff. They're doing those nasty, I don't know, the nasty cockroach. That sounds like a dance. That sounds like a line dance or something, doesn't it? But I'm just saying, there's probably a lot more threats than we even know.